Hello, this is greeneconomy.tv. My name's Gordon Brown, and welcome to our series of interviews where we speak to the innovators, the suppliers of key goods, services, and technologies in the green economy, and more specifically on this occasion within the green building space. So I'd like to introduce our guests for the day, and please join me in welcoming Paul Lerios and Gordon Scott from Sonae Arauco, who are here to chat about a super duper innovative new a range of products that they're going to tell us about. So firstly, Paul, Gordon, welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thank you very much, Gordon. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Firstly, good to be here.
No, what a pleasure, and thank you. So I'm going to start with Paul. Perhaps you can just give us a little bit of background to the business. What sort of product ranges you've become known for? Some of the ethos behind the company. Talk to us, perhaps just touch on the environmental aspects of the products that you offer. So over to you, please. Just give us a little bit of a propeller view, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. Thanks very much for the opportunity. We're quite excited to enter into this interview, and just to give an introduction to the company. Sonae Arauco is our company name, and it is quite a mouthful, but there's a good reason for it. The company is made up of a joint alliance between Sonae Industria, a Portuguese corporate, as well as Arauco, a Chilean-based specialist company in the wood space and wood-based panel space. And as far as the category of products that we produce, as you can see behind me, we produce a range of decorative boards or decorative products. And we also produce two different substrates. You might know it as chipboard in the colloquial term, or we refer to it as particle board, and then also our MDF, which is medium density fiberboard. And this is produced out of our world-class facility in White River, which is obviously as close to the forest as you can get. And we're quite proud to have our Innovis collection, which is the name of our decorative products, the product brand, which recently in May was rebranded from what was initially known as Novalam in South Africa. So yeah, thanks very much for the opportunity.
No, what a pleasure. So before we move forward and start the conversation and get into the details of the new range, let's play in with a quick video. Byron, over to you.
Life is what inspires us to create. People are those who make us grow and innovate every day. Places that gain soul, stories that fill spaces, and the moments that make us who we are. The vibrant colors of memories and the textures of projects brought to life. The intensity of every single smile, or the experience behind each new journey. This is the material big dreams are made of. Innovis Decorative Solutions. It's the perfect match with life. Your life. Innovis. Matching life.
Great stuff. So you guys have been around for a long time. You have a great reputation, supplying some of the best products in the country, or sorry, the best projects in the country with your products. And you've got that Innovis range there. Tell me, what prompted you to launch the new range, Spirit? And perhaps Gordon, can I aim that question at you? I beg your pardon.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Gordon. We were looking for an evolution to our existing wood grain finishes that we have in the range. And over time, you need to kind of look at what you've got. You're looking to modernize. You're looking to bring out something that's innovative, something that's new and fresh. but we're also looking for something particularly with a natural look and feel. We wanted a finish that wasn't an alternative to a veneer or a embossed inline register type of finish. And the Spirit finish, with the technology behind it and what the guys did to develop the finish, suited us down to earth, and it was really we're very happy with the finish, and it's great to launch it.
What a pleasure, and always great to have new products on the market to give architects so many options, and what a pleasure. Paul, back over to you from your side. Perhaps can you give us a true sense, maybe a bit of an in-depth description of exactly what this product looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, if you have a look at the Spirit finish, for those that aren't aware, the way that our products gain texture is through an embossing pressing process. And with Spirit is, as Gordon mentioned, a semi-synchronic finish, which basically means that the actual structure of the decor extremely well. If you have a look at this finish, it has a good play on light. It has quite a lot of three-dimensionality. And as far as wood grain finishes go, it's a deep structured wood grain finish that uses what's called black pour technology. Black pour technology really allows that wood pour, that natural wood pour effect to be created in our products. And it fills two purposes. You want the effect of a deep pour, but of course, if your structure is too deep, you have trouble cleaning it. And so we understand that it needs to be a balance between design and functionality. And what the black pour technology does is it allows us to have the effect of a deep pour, but still to have a really practical product for everyday use. So the finish itself is inspired by Italian craftsmanship and Italian wood grain, walnut wood grain specifically, with the movement and the flow of the actual finish. And we were quite fortunate, Gordon, in that we were able to develop a custom range of decors that work extremely well with this embossing plate, and we look forward to expanding this collection in the future.
No, what a pleasure. You mentioned the walnut wood grain. Now, Gordon, over to you. Can you use this finish across all wood grains?
No, not really. And, you have to be quite specific about which wood grains you want to use. If you go with wood grains that are too rustic and, big flames and knots and cracks, etc., the Spirit finish gets lost in that, and it doesn't do it justice. You need to look for something that's a little bit more elegant, that flows better, etc. So, for that, the Italians are very good at coming out with trends and fashion and things like that, and their wood grain finishes or that they come up with suit this type of finish. And people, the trend is for calmness and elegance. The trend is not in the rustic space. So the finish suits the new trends, if you like.
Great. And then Paul, I mean, just to continue with that theme, how many wood grains do you guys offer with the Spirit finish currently?
So currently we've launched a collection of 5 wood grains in the Spirit finish, and what we've tried to do is strike a balance, a balance between color tone, because obviously when the consumer makes a decision, they may have a specific color in mind for the space that they are designing, whether it be residential or commercial. And then we've also designed in a way that provides a little bit of something for everyone in terms of the wood grain structures that we've chosen. So briefly, to answer your question, 5 decors that form a sub-collection of luxury wood grains, I guess you could say, when you look at them compared to the rest of the wood grains in our collection, some of which you can see behind me.
Okay, no, amazing. And so let's chat about the applications for this product. Can you give us a little bit more insight into exactly which would be the best ones?
I think the trends that we use are suited mainly for the residential applications. And when I mean residential, we're talking about kitchen cabinetry, built-in cupboards, vanities, but also freestanding furniture that you have around the home. And it's quite interesting. The trend, especially of late, the trend has moved or it's come closer to residential applications versus office applications and commercial applications. So the trends are starting to move together. There's a trend called resi-mercial, which is the movement of where people going from home back to work, wanting to take the same thing that they have at home and move it into the office space to have that serenity, the calmness, the feeling of being at home. So that trend has also allowed the decors to move into those spaces as well. And then obviously we're in other applications, for instance, retail with shop fitting, hospitality with hotels and lodges, and also in the medical side with clinics and even retirement villages where you find our products as well.
Yeah, interesting. You're touching on that this new reality that we live in, where there's this constant movement now, or sort of almost a convergence of office and home. People working part of the week at home, part of the week at the office, and I guess that's driving that sort of trend there. But Paul, perhaps touching on trends and mentioning in trends, can you perhaps elaborate on that? Give us a bit more insight into that, please.
Yeah, sure, Gordon. So as I mentioned, we form part of a European company, and the first question on everybody's mind when we go into the market and we visit an architect or we visit a manufacturer is, what are the latest trends? We want to know, what's happening in Europe, what's happening around the world. And we're fortunate that being part of this bigger group of companies, we're able to leverage the research and the design work and a lot of the scouting activities for the latest trends, not only in Europe but also applied as relevant into our own market. And so we've developed a process where we work hand in hand when it comes to product development and decor selection. And if you ask what drives the trends are not something that are detached from our everyday lives. Trends are affected by current events, by what's happening. And if you have a look at COVID, COVID has influenced design trends around the world. People have felt scared over the last 18 months and nervous as to what's happening in the future. And you can create a calm and comfortable living space purely by the type of color and structure of wood-based panels that you use. Whether it be for, like Gordon mentioned, cladding or kitchen application or in a commercial space. And the tagline of Innovis, I've got our set of samples here next to me, is matching life. And that's a broader objective that we really try to hit. And as you can see, we have a range of products that suit any application and anyone's taste, and it's up to people to make their perfect matches for their lives. So yeah, I hope that answers a little bit of your question.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And so we're talking about trends, and I think we got a better understanding of what that means. Gordon, can you explain exactly how does Spirit fit in to these trends?
Yeah, the Spirit finish, because it's such a natural looking finish for wood grains, it brings to the market what the customers are looking for. Because again, within the trends of calmness and serenity, they're looking for natural looking and authentic looking wood grains. So Spirit fits in incredibly nicely. And as Paul said, with our tagline of matching life. When you look at using wood grains with finishes, etc., you don't have this one-tone kitchen anymore. You combine the wood grains with other types of materials, whether they be fantasy designs, whether they be unicolors. It's all about combinations and how they offset one another and work together. So you can have these the fantasy designs with a natural looking wood grain and a unicolor, just to just bring that whole matching life into your living space. Very important, and that we try and do with all of our decors across the range, to make sure they match and people have a selection of what they're looking for in their own spaces.
Yes, that sounds great. So I'm going to put Paul on the spot here. Gordon has mentioned a term, fantasy designs. Give us more insight into that.
Yeah, it may come across as a bit of a strange term. We use it quite a lot. I think we're familiar with it. We really have three categories when you look at our decorative products, Gordon, and the first that we're speaking about today is wood grains. We then have a range of unicolors, or as the industry may call them, solid colors, as you may know them. And then we've got this category called fantasy, and fantasy, it's made up of things that you wouldn't typically find on a wood-based panel. Things like a steel design, a ceramic design, a concrete. I'm looking here to my right, and we obviously I have these all around me, and we've got concretes, we've got hybrid designs of wood and leather, and so really it's taking the unexpected and I guess making what would otherwise be impossible possible. Being able to use concrete on a door frontal in an affordable way, opens the design opportunities up in both residential and commercial applications. And we have a range of 10 different fantasy decors in that fantasy collection. So yeah, I must say since we launched them, they've grown exceptionally in their popularity, and we press it using one of our other finishes, which is our stucco finish, which is an award-winning finish, which replicates that ceramic or concrete type of texture. And really, when you see a marble, up on the wall or in the kitchen, you can't help but go and touch it because of the tactile experience that these products offer. It's really something special.
Right. Yeah. So fantasy means whatever you want, whatever you can imagine, you guys can offer that to the designer. So what a pleasure. So Gordon, just moving back to you on a more technical and perhaps a more practical note. Talk to us about the ease of use of the new Spirit finish.
Yeah, it's important to look at the functional side of the decors that we've got in the range. And from a manufacturing point of view, the new Spirit finish is easy to mill, which is great because that helps them with their blades, etc. So you don't get chipping issues or things like that. So easy to mill. It's also scratch resistant, which helps them in their production processes as well. And then also just from I think everybody that's using this type of product wants something that's easy to clean as well. And Paul referred to it in the technology that's used in the Spirit finish. It is easy to clean, and that helps. And then from I think everybody's been with COVID, we've all got a bit of a fright, and it's also nice to know that certain products are fairly safe. So our product is antibacterial. Which is important for the home and especially for clinics and things like that. So it's an antibacterial product, and it helps the segments in that aspect as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's such an important thing you're touching on there. I mean, the whole pandemic has really just brought to the forefront of our thinking just how important human health is. And with this whole business of staying at home, the big question, of course, is, well, when can everybody return to work? Under what circumstances can everybody return to work? And one of the key considerations, certainly for new builds and retrofits or renovations in the industry right now, is looking at these types of solutions. So great to know that the product has that quality. Just talking briefly about the Spirit range. You're launching it in South Africa. Has this product range been launched in Europe already? Let's give that question across to Paul. Thank you.
Sorry.
Right.
As I mentioned earlier, Gordon, we're fortunate that being part of a global business, we can leverage the research and development of the group. And Spirit has been launched in Europe, and in fact in a couple of territories in Europe, and it's done extremely well for us in Europe. And we've seen this product being specified in various applications. Some really exclusive hotels. You should see some of the images of these hotels. It's absolutely stunning, and again provides that sort of peaceful, neutral effect. Everything from fashion outlets and stores in the commercial space to bedrooms and bathroom vanities, kitchen cabinetry in the residential space. And our European team have actually been really impressed with how this finish has grown in Europe in a reasonably short space of time, and even through the disruptions that COVID has brought about.
No, absolutely. Well, we certainly wish you every success in the launch of the Spirit range in South Africa. So I'd like to thank you for joining the show. It's been fantastic to have you on board. Thanks for the great product ranges you've been offering us over the years, Innovus and so forth. And as I say, onwards and upwards with the Spirit range. So thank you once again, and we'll keep everybody posted on how you're doing. Stay in touch with Sonae Arauco. Have a look at their website. Check out their new product. Give them a call if you're interested and you want to know more. Get the specifications, get the details, get the color ranges, get the wood texture ranges, get it all from them, and spec that product in your new design and enjoy the outcome of that. So thank you very much indeed. That's all from us today. Have a great day and goodbye.
Life is what inspires us to create. People are those who make us grow and innovate every day. Places that gain soul, stories that fill spaces, and the moments that make us who we are. The vibrant colors of memories and the textures of projects brought to life. The intensity of every single smile, or the experience behind each new journey. This is the material big dreams are made of. Innovus Decorative Solutions. It's the perfect match with life. Your life. Innovus. Matching life.